Hello my wonderful people, welcome to my platform. Anywhere you are watching this video from, if you like what you are seeing, please subscribe. And also I want to appreciate YouTube for this wonderful platform they created for us to use to disseminate information. And I also want to put a disclaimer to my platform, to all the content in this platform, that we do not promote hate speech, violence or misinformation. We do not instigate any war or any violence. We are here to educate the members of the public. We react to all forms of videos. I always stay there to watch the video together with my audience so that they will be informed. So if you like it, subscribe, share, and always leave your comments constructively in the comment section. Let us watch together now.
And also, I continue to have the allergy to the dust and the trees and all that. So my voice is not yet very clear and very sound, but my nose is still bleeding somehow. My nose is blocked somehow. So my voice is going to be sounding one kind today. Otherwise, I am very strong and sound. Thank you very much. And those of you watching through the Twitter, we are going to urge you to join us on Enter Biafra. The Enter Biafra live broadcasting app, the new app of the Enter Biafra, the new innovation, will be available very soon. And we urge you to download it immediately it is available, so that you are going to be up to date of whatever that is happening in the Biafra liberation. I told you people that from the 29th of this month is going to be very interesting, the phase we are entering today. I want to use this opportunity to inform the Biafra people that the progress we have made so far is record-breaking. Having constituted the Biafra Republic government in exile, having activated most of the department, I want to inform Biafra people today that the next phase is the activation of the real de facto government of Biafra in the homeland. The activation of the Biafra de facto government in the homeland will take place in the next few weeks. If you found yourself to be part of the cabinet of the de facto government of Biafra in the homeland, it is a privilege given to you. Do not abuse it. For those who are in a hurry to see action on ground, all I require from you is your loyalty, follow directives, and you will find yourself, while you will be sleeping in Nigeria, you are going to wake up in Biafra one morning. This is a hint that I have given to Biafra people, and follow us just calmly and see how God will do the miracle for the Biafra liberation from Nigeria. Today, we have created the highest awareness in the global stage. America, Biafra is being discussed in the highest place. In Europe, Biafra is being discussed in the highest place. In Asia, Biafra is being discussed in the highest place. And it is the awareness that we have created within a short period of time. I want to inform Biafrans that the difference between now and before is that the 100 men and women that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was looking for gathered under the autopiloted IPOB and the Biafra government in exile. With a little resources, we have been able to move mountain. I want to inform you today, we are not paying any lobbies firm. We are not paying any lobby in the United States, but Biafra is being discussed in the highest places in the United States without any payment to lobby. The reason is because the 100 men has gathered under the Biafra Republic government in exile. I want to inform you today that the UN Biafra and Nigeria is being discussed. We are not paying any lobbyist firm to lobby for Biafra at the United Nations. But as a result of the 100 men that have gathered under the Biafra Republic government in exile, we are able to break the doors. And today, we have been able to do what the lobbyists have not done for decades. Because while they were paying the lobbyists, they have saboteurs and sabotage. And most of those people were scammed. Today, we are achieving with just little resource that's available to us. I want to inform you that we are activating the liaison offices of the Biafra Republic government in exile across the globe with little or nothing at all in those states and countries where these liaison offices is being opened. Because Biafra Republic government in exile, we have gathered more than 100 men that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was searching for. You may be part of those 100 men, but something is holding you back. I want you to understand that the door is still open. At a point, it will be open with a condition. And the condition will not be something you are not going to meet. But then, the door will be open for you with a condition. So we are still asking all of you who are still standing on the fence, waiting to see something to happen for you to know how serious we are before you can join to support financially this liberation movement. I do not know what else you are waiting for. I do not know whether it is when we declare Biafra, you are going to come up and say you want to support Biafra. No. If you want to support Biafra, if you want to be part of your freedom today, you don't have to wait until the declaration or the re-declaration of Biafra. You have to support Biafra liberation right now. And for those of you in the United States, and you are a business owner, and you reside in the United States, I want to inform you this evening that the United States has approved the Form 501c. For you, the business owner, that when you make a donation to support the Biafra Liberation Movement, you are going to have a tax return deductible on your donation to the movement. Having announced this, I will want to ask those of you in Twitter, watching on Twitter for the second time, to join us on Enter Biafra Channel 2. The link to join this program is there on our Twitter page, because we are going to switch off the Twitter live broadcast and go into our analysis. Thank you very much. We are going to start the analysis and exposition of those how Ekweremadu and his group become responsible for the organ harvest criminalities in Biafra land today. The reason the military have found it to be a business to kill our people, harvest their organs, and put in their fridge, in different fridge in their barracks. I want to analyze a shocking video, a shocking confession of a man who was involved in a discussion of this particular organ harvesting crime. Now you may be asking yourself this particular question: why is it so important that Ike Ekweremadu, Chris Ngige, and every other senators in the 8th Assembly focus on enacting a law that has to do with organ harvesting? Now I want everyone to listen.
This was a trick, and we know for sure that this was headed by an international organ trafficking cartel. They funded the National Assembly, of some people estimate to the tune of 6.
International Organ Harvesting Syndicate. Let us listen to it again.
This was a trick, and we know for sure that this was headed by an international organ trafficking cartel.
What Ekweremadu and his group did was being sponsored by an international organ trafficking cartel. Now you understand when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting a few years ago about the organ harvesting of our children, our young men and women. Some of you never understood why he was shouting. I want everybody to listen to today and listen to Ike Ekweremadu, Grace Ngige, and the current governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okowa's involvement in this international organized crime.
They funded the National Assembly. Some people estimate to the tune of 6.2 billion US dollars.
They funded the National Assembly. They funded some people. When they say some people, I've just mentioned Ike Ekweremadu is part of those that received the fund. Chris Ngige is part of those that received the fund. Ifeanyi Okowa, the current governor of Delta State, is part of those that received the fund. Today, Ike Ekweremadu is paying the price. I want you people to watch.
They also bought all the Nigerian federal government hospitals at the cost of 3.2 billion US dollars. They even offered to buy all the Catholic hospitals.
They bought Nigeria hospitals, of course, the government one, with $3.2 billion. Why? It is not about buying the hospital, but buying the integrity of the hospital, so that in those hospitals, many organ trafficking crimes will be taking place, and the hospital officials will be directly involved. And that has been going on in Nigeria, especially in Biafra land. These are the people that you voted into power. Do you see the reason why we say, apart from every other crimes they have committed against the people that voted them into power, on the 29th of this month, we are giving every criminals, every corrupt politicians, from the governors to the senators to the House of Representative members, we are going to vote of no confidence on them on the 29th of this month. And we are expecting Biafrans to turn out to support the Biafra Republic Government in Exile cabinet, because the cabinet are going to be active and the part of the voting of this particular vote of no confidence. So it's expected that Biafrans, people who have access to internet or have access to Zoom, can log into the Zoom meeting and participate in voting for the record purpose. We have conducted online voting, and the online voting is still ongoing. So it will last for 7 days. The 7 days is going to expire very soon. I want you people to listen to the reason why we must get Biafra and make sure we bring back decency in our society. We bring back human dignity in our society, the respect to human life and the right of people to live is what we are fighting for. We are fighting to get a sane society where laws will be respected and laws will become the foundation of our society. I want everyone to listen to how they were involved in bringing this kind of insecurity, killings, and maiming you see in Biafra land today.
For $2 billion, but the bishops refused that. So this is a way. They also bought all the Nigerian federal government hospitals at the cost of 3.2 billion US dollars. They even offered to buy all the Catholic hospitals for $2 billion, but the bishops refused that. So this is a well-organized cartel who are actually moving into Nigeria in order to actually buy up, or they have already paid an advance on all our organs. Anybody in the Federal Republic of Nigeria has no entitlement to their organs as it stands today with the law. And we know this for sure, that these are billionaires from the United States who funded this organ trafficking cartel to take the organs of Nigerians.
Billionaires from the United States has funded this particular organ trafficking syndicates and criminals in Nigeria. No wonder all these things happening, the Secretary of the United States, Anthony Blinken, will be talking from both sides of his mouth. Tomorrow, he gave sanctions to those who participated in bringing another drug cartel into the, bringing in another drug cartel in the name of president. And then, in the other hand, he is calling the drug lord, congratulating him for job well done for becoming a Nigerian president, and then also promising to strengthen the ties between Nigeria and America, and at the same time, placing a visa ban on those who facilitated his becoming a president. So I do not know what kind of double standard is that. So the interest of their counterpart in America, who only thing they do is how to use black people, our people in Africa, as slaves. And today, it is no longer about slave, it's about organ harvesting. And I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it from a man. This man you are watching here was part of the meeting that brought these particular atrocities into our land. So it is not, he is not giving this testimony as hearsay. He was part and parcel of the meeting, and listening to how he confronted them during this meeting.
Now, my colleague AGK had asked whether I was there when this cartel made a negotiation. The answer is yes, I was physically present in a deliberation. We were called as leaders of the private health sector to the headquarters of General Electric, the biggest company in the world, the leading medical company in the world. I was representing the Catholic Medical Practitioners of Nigeria.
He was there live. He did not hear say he was part of it as the Catholic medical professional or whatever representing Nigeria. He was part of this meeting. I want everybody to listen, because all these atrocities, they are not hidden. They will come out one day, and this is one of them.
And the Association of General and Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria as the committee chairman of the National Health Act. And presiding over this National Health Act public hearing was Senator Ike Ekweremadu, who was then the Deputy Senate President. And
let me comment there. Who did you say was presiding?
Well, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, he was the presiding senator for the bill public hearing. And the sponsor, the chief sponsor, was Ifeanyi Okowa, governor, but then Senator Ifeanyi Okowa.
Are you hearing that? The person who was presiding over this particular crime and the criminal syndicate and cartel is Ike Ekweremadu. Where is him today? He's serving prison in the United Kingdom for organ traffic. For organ trafficking. The same thing have landed him into prison in the United Kingdom. But you know, when we start to shout, some people, out of their jealousy, out of their envy, they don't want to take what we are saying very seriously. Today, he is serving prison, 10 years imprisonment for organ trafficking. Exactly the same thing this guy or this man was warning Ike Ekweremadu when they were ganging up to do this thing. And one thing about him is that he decided to catch the fish alive, bundle the fish from Nigeria to United Kingdom. So who knows how many people they have strangled, harvested their organ and transported it to wherever they are going. Ike Ekweremadu he didn't do it like that. He decided to carry the whole human being from Nigeria to the United Kingdom without due process.
And just sitting by his side was also the presiding senator for the bill public hearing. And the sponsor, the chief sponsor, was Ifeanyi Okowa, governor, but then Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. And just sitting by his side was also Dr. Chris Ngige. So who was then a senator. So all of them were there. And I made this argument directly pointing out Section 48, that Section 48 makes an exemption that is impossible. You don't exempt, there is no situation in medicine where you can overrule or say the consent is waived. Consent is never waived. It could be transferred to the next of kin, but it's never waived in any situation. That is part of the Helsinki Declaration. So it's an international treaty. So we cannot make an exemption here in Nigeria. Then I also pointed out the loophole in Section 51. You cannot have the medical practitioner or the medical director of a hospital be the one to authorize that an organ is taken from someone to be given to another person. So it is wrong. You can't give what you don't have. That's a legal principle. Then I pointed out in Section 53 that it is also when you say reasonable cost for reimbursement of reasonable payments. What does that mean? Is 10 million naira reasonable payment for kidney? Some people will tell you that too. So you actually legalized the sale of organs in Section 53. Now, my colleague HGK had asked whether I was there when this cartel made a negotiation. The answer is yes, I was physically present in a deliberation. We were called as leaders of the private health sector to the headquarters of General Electric, the biggest company in the world, the leading medical company in the world. And we were told that Bill Gates offered them $2 billion US to build 260 hospitals in Nigeria. So they want us to name our price so that we can be paid off, so we will leave the entire medical system, so that we will not be practicing medicine, we will not be practicing pharmacy, we will not be practicing laboratory science. In Nigeria, no Nigerian will be in the medical profession. And we should just name our price so we will be compensated for.
Are you hearing it? And they were told that Bill Gates is the one that is funding all this. And this man is giving a testimony of something he was part of. It's not like somebody told him. He was part of the meeting. And of course, as somebody that is probably somehow upright, he confronted them that this was wrong. And today, Ike Ekweremadu is paying the price.
Why would anyone do a thing like that?
This was done. I was present. It's not somebody told me. I was physically present before the executives of a General Electric with a number of other Nigerians in the health sector, in pharmacy, in laboratory sciences, and there were executives of GE from their headquarters in New York. This is the first time it's happening in the history of humanity. Nothing like this has ever happened. And I warned Ike Ekweremadu before the Senate, and Nigerians there will bear me witness, and many of them still remember. I told Ike Ekweremadu before the entire public hearing that he will be the first victim of this law he's standing for.
Okay.
Before everybody. Senator Kowa can also bear me witness because he was there. And I told him, it now seems like a prophecy come true. And this was exactly what happened. That the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria sold the entire organs of the Nigerian people, even when they knew that.
Are you hearing that? That the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when Ike Ekweremadu was a deputy Senate president, they sold the organs of all Nigerians. So if you are a Nigerian, what it means is that they have sold your organs. Now, by the time they take you out to London in order to harvest your organ, that is when the law that is more refined law will now take its course. And that is why when this boy went to London and the United Kingdom people begin to interview and interrogate him, why as Ike Ekweremadu and the Nigerian government who have sold your organs are asking the United Kingdom to release Ike Ekweremadu and free him, because they know they have sold your organs. To them, Ekweremadu did not commit any crime because they have sold your organs. So if the guy has been killed in Enugu or in Lagos and the organ harvested and packaged and put into a freezer, whatever they do it, and send it to the United Kingdom, everything will be fine. Nobody will hear about it today. And Ike Ekweremadu will still be bouncing. Many of them that you see today parading themselves as senators and governors have done it, and they are doing it. That is why our men continue to disappear. We continue to look for their body parts, and their body parts are missing. And this is the carnage, this is the sacrilege that these people that you voted into power has brought to our land. Our land needs cleansing. Our land needs spiritual and physical cleansing. The atrocity is too much. You can imagine where somebody has been found guilty in the United Kingdom. The entire Nigeria government is writing to United Kingdom to free the person, a criminal, a organ trafficking cartel, and the trafficker or a leader of the traffic syndicate was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And what they do is to gather and write letter. Release him. Release him. He did not commit any crime. Because they have sold your own organ without you knowing it. So what it means is that anybody can butcher you in Nigeria so long as the person that is demanding your organ is a senator or a governor or have some kind of connection with the government. Nobody will ask for your whereabouts. That is why some of you are looking for your siblings today. You can't find them because they have killed them, harvested their organ. That is why some of the kidnappers will kidnap you and they will be prizing you. You will hear them, like those who escaped kidnapping, those who they have succeeded to kidnap and took them somewhere and escaped. When you are hearing their story, that they are calling somebody, this one, are you going to buy this one? Are you going to buy that one? They are talking to people this man was referring to, Ike Ekweremadu and his group.
Compensated for. We couldn't believe
why would anyone do a thing like that?
This was done. I was present. It's not somebody told me. I was physically present before the executives of a General Electric with a number of other Nigerians in the health sector, in pharmacy, in laboratory sciences, and there were executives of GE from their headquarters in New York. This is the first time it's happening in the history of humanity. Nothing like this has ever happened. And I warned Ike Ekweremadu before the Senate, and Nigerians there will bear me witness, and many of them still remember. I told Ike Ekweremadu before the entire public hearing that he will be the first victim of this law he's standing for. Before everybody. Senator Kowa can also bear me witness because he was there. And I told him, it now seems like a prophecy come true. And this was exactly what happened. That the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria sold the entire organs of the Nigerian people, even when they knew that this was the situation. And that is very, very, very bad on us as a whole nation.
And when we are saying we want to be free, it is not only Biafra that is going to be free this year. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to make it possible. I am telling you now, it is not a leading thing. It is going to happen this year. Those of you who are planning to have an election in 2023, which is next month, you are going to fail. All right, you're welcome back. Now we are going to the second section of the second session of this particular broadcast, where we are going to bring to you the video of how Fulani butchered some Biafrans today in Enugu State. Please, if you are not very strong enough, we are warning that you don't watch this video. And for those of you that are broadcasting this particular, streaming live this particular broadcast, so that your page and your page will.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.